Good evening, everyone. We are live from New York, and this is today's top stories, April 20th, 2025. Tonight, we're diving deep into three major stories shaping our world right now. From economic uncertainty to escalating cyber threats, and a nation grappling with deep divisions, we're covering it all. So, let's get started. The International Monetary Fund has issued a stark warning tonight, downgrading global growth forecasts for 2025. The culprit? The ongoing trade war between the United States and China. These tit-for-tat tariffs, my friends, are having a ripple effect across the globe, disrupting supply chains, fueling inflation, and sending shockwaves through the markets. And what's even more concerning is the lack of a unified global response. Remember the 2008 financial crisis? Back then, the world came together. But this time, it's a different story. The IMF meetings have exposed deep divisions, with nations pursuing their own agendas instead of working together to avert disaster. This is a dangerous game of chicken, folks, and the stakes couldn't be higher. From economic turmoil to the digital battlefield, where the threats are becoming increasingly brazen. Governments around the world are scrambling to bolster their digital defenses as cyber attacks escalate at an alarming rate. We're talking about state-sponsored hackers, folks, not just some kids in a basement. Just this week, Russian-linked groups were caught probing the computer systems of municipal water facilities right here in the United States. And it's not just Russia. Chinese cyber operatives have been aggressively targeting telecommunications infrastructure across the globe. These attacks underscore the vulnerability of our critical infrastructure, the very systems that keep our lights on and our water running. And despite international efforts to rein in these cyber armies, the United States is facing an uphill battle, hampered by recent cuts in cybersecurity funding and a shortage of skilled personnel. Chapter 3. Here at home, the streets of America are filled with anger, frustration, and a deep sense of division. The spark? President Trump's controversial immigration policies. The 50501 movement, a grassroots coalition advocating for immigrant rights, has organized massive protests in cities across the country. From Washington, D.C. to New York City to Chicago, hundreds of thousands of demonstrators are making their voices heard, denouncing the administration's recent wave of deportations and its hardline stance on immigration. The situation has reached a boiling point, with the Supreme Court stepping in to temporarily halt the deportation of Venezuelan detainees, challenging the government's use of the Alien Enemies Act. This legal battle is far from over, but it highlights the deep constitutional questions at the heart of this debate and the profound moral dilemma facing our nation. Outro, we've covered a lot tonight, folks. From a global economy on the brink to the escalating threat of cyber warfare and the deep divisions tearing at the fabric of our nation. These are complex issues with no easy answers, but one thing is clear, we can't afford to ignore them. Stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking tough questions. That is all for right now, and subscribe to stay updated.